Understandably, much of the chatter surrounding the Denver Nuggets has been about their impressive offseason. Cam Johnson, Bruce Brown, Jonas Valančiūnas, and Tim Hardaway Jr. have already come in and made a huge impact, and this appears to be the deepest team of the Nikola Jokic era. However, what isn't being talked about enough is the fact that Denver will get a full season of Coach Adelman leading the charge.
He has a lot of trust, not just myself, but everybody, a lot of freedom to guys. He hears you out, has a lot of play calls. He's an offensive genius. I'm happy to play for him, and with our offensive coach being here now, our coach is going to be really helpful. Just kind of always talking to us, always giving the pointers that he sees and stuff. He doesn't have to wait for the next film session to tell us what he wants and stuff. So we're off to a good start.
Coach Adelman's special offense was on full display versus the Phoenix Suns in Denver's home opener.
What's up, Nuggets fans? My name is Matt Brooks, writer for Nuggets.com, and welcome to Season 3 of Nuggets Knowledge, where we break down key players, trends, and games for your Denver Nuggets.
Today, we'll be going deep into the details of Denver's supercharged offense, highlighting some of the best plays from the emphatic win against the Suns. Denver opened the game with an absolute beauty of a set. The ball gets entered to Jokic, and Cam Johnson comes off a flare screen from Aaron Gordon. Cam then continues his cut and sets a pin-down screen for Jamal Murray, who flares out to the three-point line towards a screen from Gordon. AG then rolls to the rim after setting the screen for Jamal, which causes Dillon Brooks to sink down and stop the potential shot in the painted area. That gives Johnson, who Brooks was originally guarding, plenty of room to sneak behind the three-point line and drain the extremely open shot. Denver goes to the exact same play the next time down, with the ball getting entered to Jokic after a wedge screen, and Johnson coming off the flare screen from Gordon and cutting toward Murray to set a pin down. Now, this is important. Because Cam had such an open three-pointer the last time Denver ran this set, Grayson Allen has his full attention on Johnson and Murray. He doesn't want to give up another three-pointer. Seeing this, Gordon, who Grayson Allen is guarding, cuts towards the rim early for a completely uncontested dunk. Same play, totally different result. This type of optionality makes Denver's offense extremely dangerous. At the end of the first half, Denver went to a horns look, which is a half-court set with one player, Aaron Gordon in this clip, handling the ball, two players, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, stationed at the elbows, and two players, Christian Braun and Tim Hardaway Jr., spacing the floor in the corners. Gordon passes the ball to Jokic at the high post, and he then runs over to Jamal to set a screen and hopefully get him open from three-point land. The Suns screw up defensively after AG rolls hard to the rim, and Jamal ends up with the most open shot he'll get all night. Now, because that play was so successful, Denver once again went to this horns look with AG handling the ball. Same thing. Gordon tosses the ball to Jokic, but instead of AG setting a screen for Jamal, it's Jamal who sets a back screen for Gordon. Murray is a great screen setter, and this play is no exception, as he ties up AG's man, Royce O'Neal, letting AG get downhill and throw down this outrageous 360 alley-oop dunk. While that first horns play was run to set up a three-pointer for Jamal, this horns play got Gordon moving toward the basket with a back screen. Each horns play is tailored to that player's strengths. Just look at how much you can run out of the horns formation. Same setup with Gordon handling the ball, however, this time he passes it to Jamal at the elbow instead of Nikola. Now watch closely what Denver does next. AG runs toward Jamal to set a ball screen, and this horns play suddenly morphs into a double drag, or a double pick and roll, with Gordon and Jokic setting ball screens for Jamal. Keep an eye on AG. After setting the ball screen for Jamal, he runs over to the corner like he's going to screen for Christian Braun, only to cut back to the perimeter once he notices his defender, Dillon Brooks, is tangled up with Jokic. A wide open three-pointer for a player who's coming off a career-high 10 made threes is certainly a good look for the Nuggets. Denver's bench offense has also really stood out. Here they go to a Spain pick and roll, which is like a normal pick and roll where the big man screens for the ball handler, except there's also a third player, Tim Hardaway Jr., setting a back screen for the roller, Valančiūnas. All of that movement between Hardaway Jr. and Valančiūnas confuses Phoenix, and Jamal ends up with a layup against the retreating big man. Coach Adelman has been smart about mixing things up offensively. Here, instead of having Jamal handle the rock, it's Bruce Brown initiating the offense. Jamal, meanwhile, works off ball with Hardaway Jr., and keep an eye on Valančiūnas spaced in the left corner. That'll be important. Jamal sets a screen for Hardaway Jr., who runs over to Brown to set a ball screen, but before he can get there, Bruce rejects that screen and dribbles away from the pick, which completely surprises his defender, Grayson Allen. This forces Kaman Malawach to slide over and stop the ball, and when he does, his man, Valančiūnas, cuts along the baseline with veteran precision for the dunk. Coach Adelman is the son of legendary head coach Rick Adelman, the pioneer of those early 2000s Sacramento Kings offenses. offenses, and you can really see that influence. Coach Adelman also loves to run post splits, a staple of those Kings offenses, which is a play where the big man, Jokic, makes decisions from the high post, and two perimeter players, Christian Braun and Cam Johnson, come together and then split apart in opposite directions. Here's another post split, though this time it's run out of the corner, with Bruce Brown and Gordon coming together and splitting apart. Post splits really highlight Jokic's passing, as he can find cutters on the move when they get behind the defense after switches. Coach Adelman also experimented a lot with using his perimeter players as screeners. Here, the Nuggets go to an inverted pick and roll, which is like a normal pick and roll, except things are flipped. It's Cam Johnson setting a ball screen for Jokic, and that puts the defense in a really unfamiliar position. You can see the confusion, as Cam ends up with a wide open mid-range jumper. Here, it's a different forward, Peyton Watson, who sets the screen and then rises high for this insane poster dunk. The Nuggets have also used their wings to set up mismatches. Johnson screens for Murray to get Grayson Allen switched onto him, and then Murray flows into some handoff action with Jokic. A great screen from Nikola ties up Allen, and Jamal is able to take on the big man one-on-one and blow by him for the layup. All of this incredible offensive action came from Denver's second game of the 2025-26 season, and it led to a 20-point victory. This is just a sneak preview of how dangerous this team can become. The Nuggets are on a mission this season to capture a second championship, and Coach Adelman appears poised to take them there.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Nuggets Knowledge. Be sure to subscribe to Nuggets YouTube, and I will see you guys for the next one.